If you showed up here right now, I'm pretty sure you guys are asking yourself a question: how can I make more money using the tools that I already have? If you have a camera, if you have a drone, you have a tripod, or you have a gimbal, real estate photography and videography is a great way for you to make extra money on the side. Or maybe if you don't want to continue working at the job that you're at and you want to establish yourself as a business person, realize that you have the proper tools to do so. So I want to talk to you guys about videography and real estate. This is something where I actually make a lot of money doing this. Particularly, I'm just shooting residents or I'm shooting commercial properties, and I'm working with real estate agents, and I'm also working with the team of the facility that they're with. So let's break it down. Real estate videos are going to be extremely easy for you. You guys are going to constantly shoot residential properties over and over and over again. Now, there are some things that you can establish and take to the next level where you're adding like drone, or you're adding some parks, or you're adding like resources and things that are around, whether it's teams, whether it's schools, whether it's plazas, whether it's restaurants, things of interest for people that are looking for that area. Easy for me. Things I'll tell you: highly focus on symmetry, focus on the shot, focus on the lighting, getting your setting right. So when it comes to lenses, I use my 24-70 Sigma Art. If I'm not using that, I'm using my 17-40 Canon f4. It's a great wide angle lenses. It looks good. It doesn't really distort the picture. And once I throw it on a gimbal and I set the f-stop to where I want it, I can pretty much like float through the house and that's it. As far as frame rates, I've seen a lot of real estate videos where people are shooting at like 60 frames per second, 120. I don't. I shoot everything at 30, and then I may interpret the footage to 24 frames per second, because if I'm adding anything like an interview from the agent, I usually shoot that at 24 frames per second as well. That's one option for you guys. But again, use your own creativity. Drones, huge. I'm telling you, man, like if you have a drone, like this is my little guy. That's it, right? The DJI Mini 3 Pro. The DJI Mini 3 4 is out. Why is this important? 250 grams or less. You don't really get into any, like issues of like you can't fly here, the drone's not related in this area. It's super small. Licensing, you don't have to worry about it. Great thing about this is because of the implementation of vertical videos, you can shoot reels, you can shoot TikToks, you can shoot stories, and that's another selling point that you can offer agents, and you also can offer real estate offices and say, hey, not only can I make great content that you guys can place in typical 6x9 mode, I can also make vertical videos, and having that tool, you can do it. Now, the reason why I shoot with Lumix is because I have 6K open gate options. So reframing is huge for me. So whether I'm shooting something in vertical or 16x9, I can do all of those things, and I like that. There are some great cameras. So if it's Canon, Sony, Lumix, whatever you're using, Fuji, you can get it done. The only other tools I realize that you are going to need as far as like with your lenses, you're definitely going to need an ND filter, because outside, especially me being here in California, things get extremely bright. A polarizer is great. You definitely want to minimize some of those reflections on these nice floors that people have and the windows that you may see. And then even some people, when you go into their kitchens, they may have glass cabinets and it looks amazing, but when you're catching a lot of reflections and you really can't implement the details and get that through on video for people that are future clients and future buyers for the real estate agent you're working for, that's a limitation for yourself. Now with photography, photography is great. Lines, 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 symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. What's important? What are the selling points of the homes? Where are we located? Do that. Some of you guys shoot flash photography. Great. That's not really my thing, not my vibe. I don't really get down with it too much unless I need it for some type of portraits or things like that. But for me, I'm bracketing a lot, so I'm just stacking images. So some cameras shoot 3, 5, and 7. I shoot with Lumix. I'll push it to 5 or 7, depending on the environment, depending on how much detail, depending on how much I want to bring back from those windows that are blown out and things like that. So that's a simple part for you guys. Also, what you do want to offer is you want to be able to take headshots. Like for me, I'll charge these real estate agents $150 for the hour, which is only 10 digital images. And you guys know with some of the tools we have in Lightroom and Photoshop and some of the AI stuff that's being implemented, honestly, your workflow should be a whole lot better than what it is now. And then even for some of you people, I know people, there's a lady out here, seriously, she goes around, she does about 4 gigs a day, which is a decent amount of money. She's making anywhere between $600 and $1,000 a day. She outsources all of her editing and photos to people on Fiverr. So it is an option. Don't feel that you have limitations because you're not a fast editor or you're not a fast, someone in photo or video, because you just might not be at that point with your skill set. And then you also might be someone that's like, that pays attention so much to detail that you just take more time. Don't let that be a limitation. Make sure that whatever you establish with your clients as far as your turnaround time, you can do it. And if you can use stuff like Fiverr and you find someone that you can build a great relationship with, do it. It's a part of business. We all have to outsource or have people help us grow, and that's a way. Another thing I do, agent branding videos make me a lot of money. They'll start at $1,000. So typically what I'm doing, introducing the agent, showing them in their work environment. I may take them out into the community. We may go to a staged home, or we're going to a property where we may hire an actress or an actor to walk around with them to give that illusion of them showing the home. So basically what this is with agent branding videos is this is showing clients who the real estate agent is before they even shake their hand or meet them in person. Sometimes a phone call, sometimes a flyer, sometimes just getting someone's business call or a referral from a friend isn't enough, but having a visual representation of who they're going to be working with can go a long ways. And with video, something huge. I do team branding videos. Starting at $3,000, I'll film up to 5 people. It could be the broker, their top agent, it could be their secretary, it could be anyone else in the office. Slight interview, showing them working, very similar to the agent branding, except this time I'm really wrapping everyone's mind about the team, the people that are going to be in there, making this process smooth for them, making this huge transition that's going on in their life very simplified and easy. My drone work, man, get it done all the time. Solar panels, establishing shot, showing off the community, showing them property lines, especially for people that are just going out there buying property. Get high enough, get it back into Photoshop, map it out, boom. And even with that, simple thing for me, $175 starting with a drone, and then the prices goes up depending on what I have to do. One thing with this real estate stuff too is establish yourself. If you're just someone that wants to work into your community, great. For me, I live here in California, so I have many cities, I have many opportunities to travel and get work. So I'll start charging after I go past 50 miles. I'll start charging for the gas and things that I do. I'll charge extra for people that want to make a 24-hour turnaround time and things like that. But seriously, if you have a camera, you have a drone, you have a tripod, you have a gimbal, you are in a position that you can make a lot of good money. And even the same thing, as I'm speaking right now, I got this Rode mic sitting on me. You don't necessarily have to have a lapel. Maybe you have a great shotgun mic or things like that. Whatever it is for people to communicate on. Or I've even gone to times because I have agents that are extremely shy. I've actually had them speak into their iPhones and take their voice and use it as voiceovers. Because sometimes people are a lot more comfortable speaking in private than they are sitting in front of a camera. And some people are good on phone, some people are good in person. Find what their strength is. And at that point, if you're going to continue working with them, do whatever it takes to build their confidence. Because you guys know, as creators, and especially as good editors, we can take any situation and manipulate it in post and make a great product that we can deliver to somebody that's trying to be successful in their career. So if you're here, you're obviously sitting here and you're wondering, like, how can I make more money? And honestly, real estate videography, real estate photography is a great way. And if you pay attention to some of the things that I've overlaid on this video, you can see how I focus on symmetry. You can see how I focus on using my gimbal to get shots and to create motion, to create enticing feels. With the photography, yes, I'm gonna tell you right now, real estate agents love bright. They like things that are extremely smooth. So, you know, a lot of us photographers, we like grain. Oh, you can get over that grain shit. Make it pretty, use Luminix tools, make it bright, make everything symmetric, make sure that there's no lens distortion, and you're good. I promise you it works every time. The only other thing that people ask for is, like, when you're getting establishing shots of the house, they want pretty blue skies. And we know as editors, we can do that. So I may go out somewhere and it might be an overcast gray day. By the time they get their picture, blue skies are included. So yes, you guys, if you want to make some extra money with your videography, definitely look into like real estate for photography, videography. And if you have a drone, you have another significant tool that can actually make what you're producing stand out from everybody else in your area. So I'm Shelly Hollis. I hope this video helped you guys out. I love seeing people be able to make a living with what they want to do. And if it's not you becoming a super big movie star or director or stuff like that, just establish yourself in the area as one of the best people when it comes to making content regarding commercials, real estate, and whatever else you get an opportunity to do. Once again, thank you for your time. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.